That evening, as the intercity bus sped through the snowy Ontario landscape, the cabin was almost full, with tired passengers returning home after a long day. Inside, the usual silence reigned. Someone was glued to their phone, someone was nodding off from fatigue, someone was reading a book to the rhythmic swaying of the transport. At one of the stops, a young man with an aggressive demeanor got on the bus. Loud, impudent, with a clear smell of fumes, he walked down the aisle, looking at the passengers with a defiant air, and sat down opposite an old woman of about 70, small, neat, with a knitted shawl on her shoulders. From the first minutes he began to behave defiantly. He would make rude remarks, then smile sarcastically, looking at her. The old woman politely asked him to calm down, looking away and trying to remain calm. But this only spurred him on. He felt unpunished. When she tried to get up and move with trembling hands, he grabbed her hand, roughly pushed her back into the seat, and hit her on the cheek. A heavy silence fell over the cabin. Several people quickly looked away. Someone pretended not to notice. Someone turned up the volume of the music in their headphones. It seemed like no one was going to interfere. The hooligan, feeling that he could do whatever he wanted, grinned. But suddenly, a bad P-man stood up from the other end of the bus. Tall, broad-shouldered, with a military bearing, it was immediately clear from his appearance that he was not one to look away. He walked slowly down the aisle without saying a word. The bully also stood up, the grin never leaving his face. He apparently thought that this would end in a regular squabble. "You have chosen the wrong target," the stranger said calmly, but his voice was calmly so cold, with steel, that the air in the cabin seemed to thicken. The next second, the hooligan was already lying on the floor. The man didn't even let him get up. He grabbed him by the collar, lifted him up, and ignoring his screams and curses, dragged him down the passage to the door, pressed the emergency stop button. The bus slowed down between stops, and as soon as it came to a stop, almost in a snowdrift at the side of the road, the man opened the door and forcefully threw the scoundrel out. "Let it cool down," he said briefly. Returning to his place, people began to stir in the cabin. Someone filmed the incident on their phone. Someone else couldn't hold back their applause. The old woman, still pressing the handkerchief to her reddened cheek, quietly thanked her protector. The bus started moving again, but now there was a different silence in the cabin. Not alarming, with a touch of fear, but calm, deep. The one in which confidence is born. Evil can be punished. And there are still good people. Dear viewers, what do you think about this story? Please tell us in the comments. And if you liked this video, then like it and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.